What's up, guys? Josh the Crow here, and I apologize for not making a video last week. It's been kind of busy. Schools got me a little stressed. Organizations got me a little more stressed. Life in general has got me a little stressed. But just to post a video for you guys, and for you guys to get to know me a little more in terms of anime and the various fandoms that I'm part of, and in terms of the anime culture, I thought I would do an anime tag. So here are about 22. I have the questions on my computer. Why am I not? 22 questions. 22 questions about anime. So it's gonna be my first anime tag. I might do more in terms of fandom, more like a fairy tale tag or a Pokemon tag. Gotta do a Pokemon tag, right? But here are my answers to the anime tag questions. So here we go. The first question is favorite male character. Now, I've seen a lot of shonen. I've seen a lot of strong male characters. In terms of, for me, and male characters I identify a lot with, I have to say my favorite male character is Mikado Gomen'nasai. I cannot pronounce his name. But Mikado from Durarara. I love the anime in general because it's a nice slice of life anime, and then Mikado and the way he's written and his character development really attuned with me, being the fact that I grew up not really feeling I belonged anywhere, and I pretty much have a small group of friends, and I just attune a lot with Mikado and his personality. And definitely still attuned with him and how he acts in Durarara Season 2. And I just like his feel, like the way he approaches. It's the same with me and how I approach life and how I approach situations. And if only I was part of Dollars, I will be Mikado. The next question is favorite female character. Now, once again, a lot of great female leads. I've got a lot of strong female characters, from Rinri to Urza. I have to say, I would have to go with my girl, Asuna. She is great. I love her character. I love how she approaches life. I love how she can be really girly, a real princess, but then kick ass and beat you to a pulp. And I just really, really love Asuna. And to refer back to my previous question, Kirito is also one of my favorite male characters. This question is favorite anime soundtrack. Now, obviously, I would probably say Studio Ghibli. Any movie with Studio Ghibli, maybe throw in The Boy and the Beast in there. A lot of soundtracks in those movie formats I really like. But in terms of anime, aside from My Boy Fairy Tail with the Celtic vibe, I would have to go Your Lie in April. I love the kookiness of some of the moments that have in the anime. I love the classical music. I never got into classical music, but Your Lie in April and the animation style that they went with it, and it was just really beautifully displayed how animation just added another layer to the classical music. Question is favorite anime opening song and or animation. Now, there's a lot of anime that I like the openings for, but I like openings that have a lot of action in it and easily represent their characters and introduce the characters of each scene. And what opening that I always didn't mind watching over and over again, because sometimes we just skip those openings if they don't like it or they're just boring. I honestly like Bakakuno's opening to their first opening, Guns N' Roses, I believe. Yeah, Guns N' Roses, making sure that my notes. Guns N' Roses, I love that animation sequence. You had a nice little taste of the characters, got to introduce them well. I love the jazz to it, and each opening catered to each episode, so you got a little snippet in what was going to happen or what already did happen in the episode. The next question is favorite anime ending song and or animation. And I would have to go with Blood Battlefield Blockade, their first ending to their first season, which is called Sugar Song to Bitter Step. Now, if you haven't seen Kekai Sensen, which is a Japanese translation with a Japanese title to that anime, You will probably know it, and I'll probably post a little clip of it. A lot of parodies are done for this ending, and I just really like it because, for starters, everyone's dancing, and it's just really cute to see all the characters just dance together and just have like a nice, like, really upbeat jazz deal with it, and it's just really awesome. So I really like this ending. Next question is favorite anime scene. Now, with me, I like a lot of ending sequences. A lot of the scenes that I like are the endings, because that's like the climax, that's like the exposition, that's the turn, the event. So I'm actually going to list out a couple of my favorite scenes from anime that are in pretty much in the middle or the beginning. So no spoilers for this one, thankfully. So since there's a lot of scenes that I like, I'm going to give you guys my top 3. My top most is from Guilty Crown episode 11, Resonance. This is the point where the main character Shu is rescuing the female lead Inari, and he's pretty much with his band of friends, and he pretty much tries to rescue her from these scientists, and he uses his power to draw out the voids or the weapons or the tools of his friends, and they all work together, and it's just a beautiful animation. I love the cooperation, I love the teamwork, I love the friends coming together to save another friend, and that's why this scene resonates with me. Another scene is from No Origami Arigato, episode 5, Divine Acclamation Application. Cannot pronounce stuff. This is the point in the anime where Yato and Yukine are battling Bishamon and all her regalia, and it's just an epic scene. Yukine proves himself as a regalia of Yato, and I just love that moment that he just proves to himself that he loves Yato despite everything Yato is. Yukine will always be there for Yato, and I just love that commemoration. And lastly, one of my favorite scenes, it's gotta be a sad moment. A lot of my favorite scenes are these emotional moments. And one of them is from Angel Beats episode 10, Goodbye Days. I love baseball, and I love the character Hinata, and this episode really resonated with me because it was pretty much a very heartfelt, of course Angel Beats is full of feels, but this episode in particular for me felt that this whole episode pretty much just resonated with me, and I just loved it for the feels. The question is, if I can be an anime character in real life, who would it be? And I would have to go with my boy Natsu. Obviously, I love Fairy Tail. Dude, Natsu is just a whole tons of fun, and I think if I met him in real life, we would just have totally a lot of antics, and maybe he can teach me some dragon slaying magic on the way. The question is, favorite anime animal? Well, if I'm choosing Natsu as my favorite character to me in real life, then for my favorite character, I gotta go with Happy here. Happy is just cute and lovable. I love his sarcastic remarks. He's completely comedic. And hey, if I get to meet him in real life, maybe he can fly me around everywhere. Next question is, what is the first anime you've ever watched? Now that is a tricky question because I was about 5, 6, 7 years old when I first discovered anime. I still thought it was a cartoon, but my first ever anime that I watched, I think I saw a couple minutes of Sailor Moon first when I had a little family trip to Guam. But when I came back to the States and I actually recognized what anime was, that was definitely in terms of shonen, so that was Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, DBZ. So those are technically one of my top 3. Of course, Cardcaptor Sakura came in there as well. So I have a little mix of my introduction to anime. Next question is, what anime was the biggest letdown? This is actually a very depressing anime, but it's more depressing the fact that I can actually tell you which weren't the best anime for me. Definitely one of the top 2 that I can think of is Divine Gate and Servamp. Divine Gate I found through Nate Wants to Battle's cover of their theme song. I thought it was a really great theme song, and I thought, you know what? Maybe it'll be a great anime. I was wrong. I watched the dubbed version of Divine Gate, and honestly, I did not like the storyline or the plot. It was very fast-paced. I felt there was a lot of plot holes. I really felt there was a lot lost character development. I felt like they rushed the characters. I feel like they rushed everything, and it just didn't feel cohesive with me. And then with Servamp, I discovered that one through a Tumblr blog called All Anime and Manga Quotes, and I found this one quote from the series that resonated with me. I really liked it, and I saw the first couple episodes, and I'm like, what the fudge knockers? Once again, I'm faced with bad character development, bad plot. It was interesting because Servamp is like a conjuncture of servant and vampire, so I was really hoping for something really interesting because it also revolved around the 7 deadly sins, and I thought it was going to be interesting. I thought it was going to be great, and then I watched a couple episodes and dubbed, and I was like, no. Now the next question is opposite of that. Which anime actually rose, or what's the word for it, was better than expected? Definitely Penguin Drum. I actually watched this on YouTube. It was like bad quality. I was barely able to hear the audio. It was like raspy a little bit because it was like a recording. But I actually watched the whole season within a night or 2 nights. I was really enveloped in it. I did not expect this anime to give me as much feels as I thought it was going to be, because it was about these penguins and this family of orphans, and I didn't expect it to hit me so hard. I'm like, whoa, penguins. But yeah, I definitely like that. It was definitely a nice slice of life anime, and I definitely liked the mystery behind it. Yeah, it had little plot holes in there, but cohesively, I felt like I still got and I understood the anime a lot. Next question is, what is your favorite anime fight scene? Now, once again, I watched a lot of shonen, so there's a lot of fight scenes, but the earliest fight scene I can think of was on Yu Hakusho in the tournament episode. This was like a great fight scene for me because I love the character Karuma and his mysterious like plant life and like magical feel to it. And this fight scene that he had in the I think it was the last portion of the tournament, Yusuke's team versus Togoro's team. This was like definitely the time we actually see a lot of the characters' fighting styles, and I actually was like really surprised and really into Karuma's fighting style and using trees and death and like all this like sleight of hand. It's like you were caught in my trap kind of fighting style, and I really love Karuma for that. It's like, yes, this is the kind of fighting I love. Sleight of hand, misdirection. I'm fighting you, but you don't know you're already fighting yourself. So I love that fight scene. Question is, who is your anime waifu? Well, Ayo Asuna. Next question is, what was your first anime genre? Shonen. Is, what is your least favorite genre of anime? Comedy. Also mech. Both of those. I can only take so much mech, and I can only take so much comedy. You have to put something else with that. It's gotta be mech, slice of life, comedy, and action fantasy. I can't just watch comedy for the sake of watching comedy. Is favorite thing about anime? I definitely love how anime can touch on so many topics. It can cover love, it can cover youth, it could cover adolescence, it can cover depression, it can cover sadness and loss of loved ones. Anime can touch on so many different topics, just as movies and TV shows, reality TV shows, can touch on all those topics. Because when you stereotype cartoons, you just assume everything is comedy or lightheartedness or not as serious. But definitely we already know from the cartoon realm that shows like Steven Universe and Adventure Time have very broken that. But in terms of anime itself, it's able to touch on so many different topics and able to show it in very different styles in terms of realistic versus maybe cartoony. An anime can be very cartoony, but can touch on so many different topics about it. So that's what I love about anime, that it can talk about and open up different issues and use that as a platform to talk about them. What's my least favorite thing about anime? Filler episodes! I'm not a big fan of filler episodes. You gotta do something with it. I don't care if they're going to the beach. I want to know about the character. I want to see character development. I want to see plot points that haven't been discussed yet, or plot points that have never been discussed. I want to see character development. What anime would make a great game? Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail. Do you think you would ever stop watching anime? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. Are you open enough to watch anime with other people? Depends on the anime. Because some anime are really, really risque, like Elfen Lied or Gangsta. And then some anime are like really, really comical, and you feel like your friends or family won't take you seriously if you did. So, have you ever been to Japan? Short answer, no. Long answer, I wish. Last question, what video game did you play as a child? Pokemon. Definitely Pokemon. I still play Pokemon. I played Pokemon since Yellow version, and I still play Pokemon to Sun and Moon. The only one I have not played in the Pokemon storyline is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. I did not play that one, because I think at the time I don't know why I didn't play that Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think it was a phase of me trying to get out of Pokemon, I think. That was during the phase where I was trying to get out of it, but then they make Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so I felt guilty of not buying Fire Red and Leaf Green, so I got Soul Silver. So I think I was trying to mediate my way out of it, but then it just reeled me back in. Is all 22 questions of the anime tag. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below on your answers on some of these questions, or I'll post the questions down below in the description, and you guys can do your own anime tag and answer these questions for yourself and have fun with it. Doing these questions was definitely great, and you guys now know a little bit more about me. So yeah. So once again, I'll probably try to do some of these anime tags more specific to probably certain anime, and probably do more of these casual videos later on. But like I said, if you want to see more, definitely subscribe to my channel, and bye.